This is a call for an uprising. We welcome you to today's show and ask those of you who have not subscribed to please subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to expose the satanic Illuminati agenda. We also ask if you have not subscribed to our backup channel, we recommend that you do that in the event that this channel gets shut down for exposing the truth, which of course is against the rules this day and age because they don't want the truth getting out there. But this channel is about getting the truth out there in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and exposing these satanic scumbags that run Hollywood, that run our media, that control the big banks, that control the entire world. Today's show, we're going to expose yet another one of these Illuminati musicians, yet another puppet for the elitists. This time it's Iggy Azalea. Most people might be heartbroken to hear that. I guess they thought Iggy Azalea just broke onto the big scene in America because she was so talented, when in fact she's just another puppet with no talent who's getting pushed by the Illuminati, who continues to show the same symbolism in her videos, just as the rest of these puppets do. So let's start with the obvious signs. We see Iggy holding her hand over her eye, representing the all-seeing eye, also holding a butterfly, representing the monarch butterfly, the MK Ultra programming, monarch programming, which we've discussed on this channel, symbolizing that she is indeed a slave, a sex slave, for these elitists who run Hollywood, who run the music business, and who run our world, holding the butterfly there. No, that must be a coincidence. She just wants to hold a butterfly over her eye, and so does Miley Cyrus, and so does Beyonce, and so does Rihanna. All of them just want to hold butterflies over their eyes because it seems like a really good idea and something original since everybody else is doing it, and it makes really no sense, but you would think that the sheep would notice these signs and say, yeah, that is a little bit weird. Well, she's got the all-seeing eye. She's got the butterfly over her eye. She's also got the all-seeing eye on her shirt in one of her music videos representing the Illuminati. The all-seeing eye of Lucifer on her shirt. The all-seeing eye of Horus as she plays a stripper wearing this shirt in the strip club. We get the black and white symbolism, which we've talked about openly on this channel. The duality, the black and the white. Your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds. You can see her with an umbrella with the black and white symbolism on it. She's wearing a lot of outfits that are black and white. You'll even see her on Good Morning America wearing black and white. And of course, they have the black and white checkerboard floor, paying homage to the Freemasons and the Satanist Freemasons who she works for and does her bidding for. So we have all of the same symbols that we've seen. Do we see her in a bathtub? Well, we do see her in a bathtub. Not in one of her videos yet, but I'm sure one of the next ones that comes out, she'll be in a bathtub. I could promise you that. But she does pose in GQ in a bathtub with her fiance, Nick Young, who was an NBA basketball player on the Los Angeles Lakers. Not very much of a popular or well-known player in the league, but he certainly makes it well-known who he represents when he holds the 666 over his eye all the time. I know that the sheep out there continually want to think that they're representing a three-point shot. People message me and they say, they make a three, they hold it up. So I guess when people make a two-point shot, they do it too. Because in my video on that, they're making two-point shots holding it up. Nick Young is on the bench in some of these instances doing it. And he's not only just holding it up, he's holding it over his eye, okay, which is even more blatantly obvious symbolism to the occult. And he's in Los Angeles playing for the Lakers in Hollywood out there. So let's not put these things as coincidences. He's engaged to Iggy Azalea, who's a Illuminati puppet. He's an NBA player making millions of dollars. He's in Los Angeles, and he's holding the 666 sign over his eye all the time. But of course, that's a coincidence. That means he's just always making three-pointers, and he wants you to know it, so he puts it over his eyeball too, his all-seeing eye. Give me a break. Iggy Azalea, the first big song that she had when she came to America was called P.U. blank blank Y. It is a reference to female genitalia. You could also reference it as another name for a cat. Okay, if you don't get the picture, I'm not going to say the word. But that's one of her first songs when she came over from Australia. If you listen to the song, she's just saying it over and over. The P word, P, P, P. Constantly, over and over, while she's sitting there being groped and touched by a young child. She's saying the P word, P word, P word, showing a young boy riding a horse or whatever he's riding in his yard. Talks about how she likes to get, her area down there taken care of. Yet she's hanging out with a young boy. This is homage, paying homage to what the occult world's all about, pedophilia. This is disgusting pedophilia right here. Anyone who says that it isn't is out of their mind. Okay, first of all, a song like this should never be released. If somebody came out with this song as a joke and they're like, I'm just going to say the P word over and over, everybody would laugh and say it's the stupidest thing they ever heard. But since the mainstream media pushed it, since they put it on MTV, since they said it was cool and other celebrities endorsed it, it's a catchy, hip song, everybody says. But all she's saying is the P word over and over again. It's just more evidence that there's no critical thinking going on. If I wrote a song in my basement about the male genitalia and I said the P word over and over and over again, the male sex organ, somebody would laugh and say, that's not a song? What are you talking about? What is that? But if the media got hold of it and said, yeah, let's do it, and put it on the air and say some cool band like Maroon 5 was singing it, everybody would say it's the coolest song. However, it's artistic. That's how stupid these people are. So she's singing a song about female genitalia. She's saying it over and over. She has a child groping her. She's sitting on her front steps, holding, of course, the black and white umbrella, while there's children around her, just saying the word over and over and talking about how she likes that part of her body taken care of. And yet this is a mainstream song. Nobody laughed and said, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Is this a joke? Nope, because the sheep were told that this is great, this is good, and they went, okay, I like it too. I like it. Because that's how the sheep operate. They don't have a common thought in their brain. But they call people who are awake crazy because they can't grasp anything. If they haven't been told it and taught it, okay, and pushed in that direction, they can't grasp it. They can only do what they're told to do. They can only go in the direction that they're pushed to go in. They don't have free thought. The media dictates their mindset. The media tells them how to feel and how to act. And they follow it. And then they pay homage to these false idols by imitating them, by worshiping them, by listening to their music, and wanting to be a part of them, following them on Twitter, thinking they're friends with them. This is the sickness that the false idols have created. I showed you in a video with a Barbie doll that a woman spent $500,000 to look like Barbie. I mean, this is real mental disorders we have going on here. And the people who are awake are really the only people out there who have a clue of what's going on. And we're the only ones that are mentally stable, because these people aren't mentally stable who are worshiping these false idols. They think they are because they've been created and molded to be self-righteous and prideful. But in reality, there's nothing but air in their heads. And if they hadn't have a television set or a newspaper, they wouldn't know what to do, because they wouldn't know what to do unless they were told what to do. And it's sad. But this is Iggy Azalea, just another one of these false puppets that they've been pumping out. She'll be back around with some new awful music that the sheep will regurgitate. There'll be more clues. I'm sure you'll see more bathtubs, more black and white symbolism. You'll see the all-seeing eye and the pyramids, as always. All the basic symbols. But here's just another singer just doing the same ones. I mean, you could pick anyone. Pick anyone out of a hat and you can find these symbols. Go look for yourself. Watch some of the videos. Look for the signs. They all do it. Yet the sheep think they're being artistic. If they were artistic, wouldn't they do something original? Wouldn't they say, you know what? I've seen the black and white tile. It was a little tacky in the 80s. I don't want to do that. No. We got to have the black and white tile. Oh, okay. I don't want to wear an all-seeing eye on my shirt, put a butterfly over my eye. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. Because every other person in every other video does it, so why wouldn't I do it? The sheep just don't pick up on anything. They see it and they can't even put the coincidences together. They still say, oh, stop. They can't even process a thought that deep. You can say, here, look, I got 10 musicians. All of them have all of these same signs in their videos. They have the all-seeing eye, the 666, black and white tile. They got the monarch butterfly. They're holding up the peace sign. But you see Iggy Azalea holding up the peace sign. All of these things, all common traits, all occult symbolism. Right? But the problem is that the sheep have no indoctrination with the occult because they don't believe that they exist. They have no schooling in the occult, no schooling in Satanism. They haven't researched to see what they study, what Mystery Babylon is, and all of this stuff. So they don't think it exists. So they call you crazy because they're so ignorant and incompetent. And the only thing they think is real is what's on their television set. If they dug and they studied, they'd say, oh, okay, I see some of these symbols, but they can't. They can't get past the TV. They can't get past the media. They can't get past being told how to think and operate. And that's the sad part of the awakening, is that many people are going to be lost in this war because they won't think. They won't critically think. They won't open their eyes. And people are going to be misled into hell. And of course, that's the goal of this channel, is to wake people up. That's why I'm trying to just point out these basic symbols with these musicians, because it's the first step in the awakening process. When you realize that something's going on, then you can start dissecting it. Then you can start peeling the layers off of your brain, taking a step back and saying, okay, this isn't just a coincidence anymore. Something is going on. I've been duped. And it's easy with the false idols because you can see all these same symbols. It's not a coincidence that they're there. I can tell you before the video comes out that you'll see these signs. It doesn't have to be in every single video, but it's every one of these musicians has them in their videos. And this helps with the awakening process. So share these videos with these musicians to somebody who's dead asleep and say, look, you think it's a coincidence that they're all with butterflies and they're all holding up a 666 and they're all holding up an all-seeing eye and they have black and white clothing, black and white tile, they're in bird cages, there's serpents involved. I mean, thing after thing that these people do. The bath, the baptism. We have to get people awake. So this is just another slimeball musician doing the same symbols and the same signs as everybody else. It doesn't matter if they're black or they're white, if they're a rapper or a pop singer, or they're from the band Kiss, or they're from Aerosmith, or they're from AC/DC. They're all doing it. They're all a part of it in every genre. If they're in the mainstream, they're a part of it, period. Nobody is getting through without being initiated in the occult. That's the bottom line. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you. May peace be with you.